on, everyone? So if you watched my previous video, we installed the rear valances on my 240. We're gonna go to Home Depot and start painting them because I don't want them to be white. So first things first, we gotta see if my truck's gonna start because it's been sitting for like 2 weeks. Super reliable. I can literally do like nothing to it and it'll be fine. We're just gonna let it warm up for a little bit since it's carbureted. But you should let your cars warm up anyway. But yeah, this thing's pretty cool. It's just a little 4-cylinder. I put a Weber 3236 carburetor on it, some headers, and I deleted all the emission stuff. My friend and my coworker gave me these Honda seats. They're out of a EP3 SI. They're pretty comfortable. I like them a little better than the stock one. I do sit a little higher, but it's no big deal. I got this Nardi wheel. I bought it off the Japanese auction. It was literally like $5. I wrapped it with hockey stick tape, but I didn't like it, so I put one of these just generic steering wheel covers over it. Yeah, other than the carb, this truck's pretty stock. Factory 5-speed. The only thing really I've done to it is I've lowered it. I've made it look a little different with like fender flares and a front lip. And then it has air shocks in the back, and I have an onboard compressor. So if I just, it's so I can raise it and lower it. Like if I have something heavy in the back, I can raise the back end up. So either way, since this thing started and we got gas, I'm gonna run to Home Depot and I'll probably update you guys either on the way or once we get there. So I'll see you there. So the thing with these mini trucks, I've had a couple of them. I've had 2. This is my second. I think they're really cool. I think there's something that the modern day car scene kind of overlooks. I don't know, with both of mine, they were kind of like rattier style, where I don't really care about the paint. Obviously this one, the interior is pretty much stripped besides the dash. I don't know, I think they're kind of cool. They're super cheap. I picked this thing up for $1,000, and when I got it, there was a receipt for $1,000 worth of work done to it. So I mean, the clutch is fine. It runs and drives really well. I do have a bad U-joint, so if you hear some really like loud squeaking or super heavy vibration, that's probably what it is. I just haven't had the time to fix it. I'm currently in a school zone, so I'll have to go hella slow, but see, that's the U-joint. Yeah, mini trucks are cool. They're super cheap, super easy to work on. You can actually use them to pick up parts and stuff. The only downside is like when you lower them cheaply like I did, the ride quality is really bad, as you can probably tell in the video, but it's still fun. But I think they're a great introduction to like getting into lower cars and whatnot, because I mean, not to toot my own horn, but this truck looks really good. It's a really cool car, or truck, whatever you want to call it. I get a ton of attention about this thing just because it's so different, and I mean, if you do it right, it can look cool. I've thought about motor swapping this, but there's really no need to. This thing runs fine. I have an extra motor that I could, but it's just a lot of extra work for no reason, so I probably won't. got back from the store. For any of those wondering, this is my truck. It's nothing fancy. It's just something. That's what it is. It's something. Yeah, I picked up the paint so we could paint those. It's in here. I just gotta go inside and open up the garage. Is this Rust-Oleum color? It's like the exact same as my car. Alright, so like I was saying, this is like the exact same color as my car. That's the main reason why I've never painted it. Because if I get aftermarket stuff like this, I can just spray paint it. Like, if you look, I spray painted this wing. Obviously there's a scratch on it, but that's pretty close to me. I don't know why the rear bumper came out so much lighter. I use the same paint, but either way, it's good enough. But yeah, I painted this wing myself. You can kind of see there's a little orange peel, but it's no big deal. So I'm gonna take these off and then we can start prepping them to get painted. All right, so I got the spray paint sitting out in the sun because if you didn't know already, you want spray paint to be a little warm. It just helps mix it all together and whatnot. But while that sits in the sun for a little bit, I picked up some Scotch-Brite pads and I'm just gonna go over all this just to get the surface all nice and prepped. So all right, I just wanted to put it out there. I'm by no means an expert painter, but I've spray painted a bunch of things before, so I've had some pretty good results. I'm gonna use this real quick. It's just like that canned air stuff. I bought it for my PC, but just dust it off real quick, and then take some rubbing alcohol and just go over the whole thing. It just gets the whole surface nice and clean, free of oils or bacteria or anything that could cause like fish eyes or any of that dumb stuff you don't want. Alright, so typically you'd want to be doing this in an enclosed area, not outside, just because when you're outside, dust, bugs, everything can get into the paint, but it's no big deal. So I'm gonna let these air dry just because you don't want to spray the paint on it while there's still alcohol on it, because then the paint won't stick. But I'm sure, as most of you know, the spray paint after, I mean, it's been sitting there for a couple minutes, so you want to shake these up at least for a minute or two. I think it says like 2 minutes or so. You just want to shake them up a lot. Shake them up in all different kinds of ways. Just make sure it's all mixed properly. All right, I'm gonna start spraying these. I thought I had a primer, but I guess I don't. So either way, it'll be fine without it. But I'm gonna put this on a time lapse just so you guys don't have to sit through the whole thing. All right, so everyone says that when you spray with spray paint, you want to do a light coat for the first one. I find that you just want to do an even coat. So I like to cover the whole thing. I don't lay it on heavy, but I like to spray it more than most people would. When you do a light dusting, I find that that leaves texture in the paint. So you just want to cover everything, make it all like even. We're gonna let that sit for a couple minutes. I'll read the can, see what it says. Pretty much just do what the can says and it'll turn out good. All right, so I sprayed on the spray paint, the first coat. I'm gonna let it sit. I read the can. It said to wait about a few minutes in between coats, so probably give it 2 or 3 more minutes and then I'll do another one. But what I've found with spray paint is there's kind of a cheat code that a lot of people just don't know. And when you apply the clear coat is where the paint looks good, which is like with normal cars. The color is just to get the color. The clear coat is what gives you the finish. So if you spray it the color you want, as long as there's no runs or weird textures in it, you'll be good to apply the clear coat. And then in the clear coat, what I like to do is I'll do a bunch of coats of clear so that if it comes out bad, I can wet sand it and polish it to make it look perfect. And I guess a lot of people don't know that you can do that to spray paint. It's quite time consuming, but I think it pays off because it gives you like a normal paint job quality result with a spray paint can. So depending on how it goes, you might not have to do it. Sometimes you might. I'll have to see how this goes, but we'll see. So far it looks pretty good. It's just about time to do another coat, so I'll set you guys back up. There's one more thing I want to talk about, and it's with the clear coat. A lot of people think, and I've done it before too, a lot of people think that you want to let the paint set overnight or a couple hours or anything like that, but no. If you read the back of the spray paint can on the clear coat, it says to apply within like 5 minutes or so of the paint of the last coat. So that's one thing that a lot of people mess up on. I mess up on it almost every time I do it until now. But yeah, so once I finish doing all the color and get it where I want it to, I'll wait like 5 minutes and then I'll spray this on. And then I'll wait 5 minutes and spray another coat, and then another coat, and however many coats I need. So that's one thing that a lot of people I think mess up on and ruins their spray paint job. I've been having people tell me for a long time that my spray paint comes out really good, and it's because I either follow directions or figure out what works for the paint. I've always used Rust-Oleum. It's mainly just because they have a color that fits my car, but I like their quality. So that's what I use. You can also just get the paint match cans from like AutoZone or whatnot, or even paint stores I guess do it now, so it's an option. And this is definitely a lot cheaper than having someone paint match something to your car or painting your whole car. So it's a good option. I like it because it's cheap and it doesn't look half bad if you do it right. So I'm gonna spray more coats on this, probably 1 or 2 more, just to get it to where I want it, and then we can do the clear. And then I'll probably have to wait a while before I can handle it. So this video might go on till tomorrow. I might have to record once I get back from work, but either way I'll make it work. I have to find a new editing software because what I used yesterday for my first video, I didn't like it. It didn't let me export it in a quality other than like 480p, and that's just terrible. So I'm gonna be finding a new editing software that I could use to make better quality videos, because I'm recording it in like 4K, but it did not export in that, so kind of made me upset. I might re-upload the video, the first video, but I don't know yet. So yeah, I'll update you guys when I do another coat, but for now I'm just kind of hanging out outside. It's nice out today. All right, like I promised, I wanted to show y'all how it came out. They look really good already. If you want, you could obviously probably get away with just doing the paint, but I'm gonna do the clear just in case. Makes it look a little nicer, and it'll protect it more, especially with the sun out here. It's super harsh. So I know this is probably getting repetitive, but I'm gonna spray some clear. I probably won't record it, so I'll just update you once I get all the clear coats done. So as you can see, lots of orange peel. So that's why I was saying you want to do a lot of clear coat, because you can fix all this. If you don't do any clear coat or don't do enough, you can't really do anything about it. But I'll probably spray another layer or another coat or 2 of clear coat, a little heavier, and probably wet sand it tomorrow because I'm kind of tired today. But anyways, I'm gonna go put this back and I'll update you next time I do something to it other than spraying it. Well, before I took a nap, I sprayed a really heavy coat of clear on here and it didn't come out that bad. I probably will still wet sand this, but I wanted to show you guys what it looks like on the car and how the paint looks. Maybe grabbing like just the side pretty much. So I mean, there you go. Gives you a pretty good look at how good of a match it is. I'm gonna step back and take a look too. Oh yeah, that looks really good. But I'm gonna let these fully dry, and then I'll show you the rest of it. But I mean, the car is dirty, but that's a really good match. I'm happy with it. I might still wet sand it. Maybe not this one. This one looks a little better. We'll see. I grabbed the other one and kinda can't really see it too well in the light. Maybe if I... They look really good on camera. I don't know. You can see there's a little blemish there, but there you go. This one's got a lot of orange peel. I mean, the other one does too, but it's not bad. I probably will just wet sand them, but I might do it tomorrow. We got dinner and whatnot to do tonight still, so. But I want to show you this side too. This side's in direct sunlight, so it should be a good shower of how the paint looks. So, it's a really good match. I think it makes it look a lot better. Alright, so I'm currently editing the video and I realized I never really made an ending to it. So, I'm deciding that if I do want to wet sand it, I'll do it in another video and go over that more in depth because it is time consuming. But they honestly came out not too bad. I'll have to put them on and look just to see what it all looks like, but for now I'm happy with it. I found a new editing software that works well and I'm just kind of getting a feel for it. So this probably won't go up tonight just because it's like midnight, but tomorrow I'll go through, edit it a little more and upload it tomorrow after I get off of work. I am a full-time mechanic, so it's kind of annoying. I can kind of only record on my days off, but I'll figure something out. But anyways, let me know how you guys liked it. Let me know if the quality was better. Let me know what I can do, and if you do like it, subscribe. It would help me out a lot. Let me know if this is something I could do long term or just for fun. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.